What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we're here for Man City transfer update number 6. This time we're going to be covering plenty more to talk about, and a couple of new players to be linked with. We seem to be getting linked with everyone in Serie A. So we're going to be covering that along with some outgoings. Then at the end of the video, I was covering some topics yesterday. Today I'm going to be covering more, because I said there'd be a fallout on that Yaya Toure interview thing with the magazine, and there has been more that's been said, so I'll get on to that at the end of the video if you are interested. Before we start the video though, I'd say if you want to subscribe, notifications on, that'd mean a lot to me. You want to be kept up in the loop, kept up with all the latest exclusives, daily transfer videos for Manchester City. So if you are interested and you do enjoy the videos, please subscribe, notifications on. Thank you for subscribing for everyone who has subscribed, by the way. We've gained a lot of subscribers over the last 10 days or so, so hello and thank you. We're going to crack on with the video. So first up, Gazzetta dello Sport, Italian, quite reliable apparently. They've said that Manchester City are interested in 20-year-old Italian striker Federico Chiesa. I think his name's pronounced like that. Don't hold me to that. He plays for Fiorentina. He's a young striker. Apparently Inter Milan and Juventus are also interested too. I presume that our name's in there mainly because we want to boost the price up, because Inter and Juventus probably are quite interested in him. First I've heard of it from Man City. I presume that Man City, we're not currently looking for a striker. We're not in the market for a striker. So a bit of a strange one there. I imagine that's more for Inter and Juventus. Our name bad in there, and again, just to put the price up. Things like this happen, you get used to it. Next up, Juventus have apparently, according to Italian press, rejected a £43 million, that's not euros, pound bid from Manchester City for Miralem Pjanic. I think that's his name, how it's pronounced. He's Bosnian, 28-year-old central midfielder, considered a backup option for Man City if we don't end up signing Jorginho, but apparently Juventus want a considerable amount more than 43 million. So we're looking at around £50 million for Jorginho. I'm presuming this deal is probably a lot more, hence Man City aren't showing more interest in that. He's more experienced than Jorginho. Yeah, again, probably a backup there, but a new name for us to be linked with. I'll keep an eye on that if I get any developments over the coming days. And speaking of Serie A, speaking of Jorginho, we have more of an update. Alberto Galassi is a Man City board member. He said that this Jorginho deal, if it is completed at all, will be completed as late as a few hours before the close on deadline day. It's a complicated deal. It'll take forever to be completed. It's a strange thing to say, because I've been looking at a lot of sources, reliable sources, who've been contradicting this, saying the complete different things. So sources in Napoli, they've said that Man City have agreed this £53 million plus £2 million in add-ons. That's £55 million deal. That is going to be split over 3 years. Man City want it. Napoli want this fee to be paid over 2 years. That's where the small negotiations are being ironed out, and basically that's the fee that we're looking at. According to another source from Napoli, they're saying that Jorginho is expected in Manchester within the next 48 hours. So we could be seeing Jorginho in England in as little as 2 days' time, maybe even tomorrow. Absolutely crazy, this transfer. Like I said, it's contradicting everything that board member at Man City saying, because it's suggesting that this might be quite close. So I've been keeping an eye out on Italian press, and Damasio, his Sky Italian source, again, he's normally quite reliable. He said that Jorginho's agent, he's in England right now, ironing out the rest of the deal. Apparently personal terms, like I've mentioned before in previous videos, they're already agreed. Fresh talks between Manchester City and Napoli are ongoing at the moment. Man City are preparing for a new bid. They had a bid rejected, which was 40 million plus 5 million in add-ons. We're pairing a bid of around 45, 46 million pound. Again, contradicting that other source, which was saying that we've agreed a 53 million pound plus 2 million in add-ons. Where they're suggesting it's actually 45, 46 million, which is still a fair amount away from that fee that's been mentioned. But apparently the deal is closing in. We're just looking to iron out the last few bits of details. We could have more news in the next 24 hours. Hopefully I'll have more to update you on tomorrow. Maybe even we might have more updates today. If there are updates today, please, I'll leave my link to my Twitter. That's in the description below. Go and check that out. I'll put several retweets on where I'm getting sources from. Keep you all up to date, and I'll try and things are progressing very quickly. So easiest way to keep up to date when you're not watching these videos is via my Twitter. I'll lead you straight to the source, basically. And last bit of in news, Johnny Evans, we've been linked with him last summer, was linked with him again in January. West Brom have been relegated. He's got a clause in his contract. It means he's available for just £3 million, but He's given up on his dream move to Manchester City, suggesting to me that Man City aren't interested in any centre-backs this summer. And now Leicester are apparently chasing him, closing in on him, however you want to look at it. But Arsenal and Man City, they're cooling their interest. So, it's, you know, Arsenal, I think they've just signed Lichtsteiner and they're after a centre-back. I think he's from Dortmund. I think I'm keeping up to date on what's happening with Arsenal, which means that Johnny Evans, he won't be a Man City player, which I'm sure will please quite a few people because not a lot of people wanted him at the club. I think that's a bit harsh, but there we go. I won't give my opinion because he's not joining the club. We'll move on to the outs. I said yesterday that I got a bit of news. I was trying to find out more details. I couldn't really find much more out, so I'll just put it in here anyway. But Girona, thereafter, trying to renew a year-long season loan for Alex Garcia and Douglas Luiz. They was on loan at Girona last season and they want them again. That's coming from reports in Spain and also a report from TMZ or TMZ. I have no idea how reliable they are, but they're suggesting that Zinchenko could now well be included in this Jorginho deal. If that is the case, then maybe this £46 million bid that's going in might include Zinchenko. I don't know how much Man City are valuing Zinchenko at, but like I said, I expect Zinchenko to leave in this window. I think Zinchenko's been fantastic when covering for Manchester City. It's just now that we've got Mendy back from injury, we've got Fabian Delph that can play at left back. He'll be needed more up front, and his qualities up front, I'm not too sure what Man City are looking for. I think that Man City will try and move him on where he'll get a considerable amount of game time abroad and then be able to progress his game there. So we'll wait and see if we get any updates on that. Got no contract news still. Waiting for that Fabian Delph extension and that Phil Foden one. I think the Phil Foden one might come sooner rather than later though. And that's the transfer update. Last but not least, I was mentioning before about the Yaya Toure incident. His agents come out and spouted a load of crap basically, just go and check it out on Twitter. Absolutely crazy. Just put Yaya Toure agent, you'll see all the stuff that he's spouting. But anyway, he's put an African curse on Pep Guardiola. You literally couldn't make it up. Absolutely crazy. Pep Guardiola's been asked about this, and Pep Guardiola, being the professional that he is, has said he isn't going to comment on it. He isn't going to lower himself basically to the level of spouting a load of crap like Yaya Toure and his agent is. I told you this was all coming from his poisonous agent. He's a cancer to the club. And you know, as much as I liked Yaya Toure on the pitch, he's no longer good enough for Manchester City. And therefore we're rid of Yaya Toure, and thankfully we're rid of his cancerous agent too, because he's just a horrible man. He really is a horrible, horrible, vindictive man. Good riddance, my opinion. Interesting to see how Man City respond to this Yaya Toure malarkey. See if they end up, you know, just not mentioning in the news anyway, just removing the plaque and stuff like that. Be interesting to see. I imagine the agent will probably kick off about that too. But yeah, very interesting. I'm not too sure where he's coming from with this racism stuff, but Yaya Toure simply in the last couple of seasons, his legs have gone, so he's been able to put the work ethic in there, and when he's not put it in, a lot of other players have, and they've ended up getting ahead of him in the team. And there's players that have gratefully been much appreciated to Pep Guardiola. De Bruyne said in an interview yesterday that he's not a racist, and basically he was saying that when you work hard, you'll excel under Pep. If you don't work hard, you're going to have problems, and that's what it comes down to. There's loads of players out there that would love to play for Man City. Johnny Evans saying it was his dream move. Players like that would, you know, would excel probably under Pep Guardiola, even though it suggests that they're not very good, but they'd excel. They want to work hard, and when they work hard, you reap the awards. Alex Ferguson at Manchester United was fantastic at doing that, and Pep Guardiola, he's just as good at getting the best out of players if you're willing to work. Yaya Toure wasn't, and that's where the problem was. It's not race. You know, there's many different coloured and cultures at Manchester City. A load of players that are excelling. We've got South Americans like Otamendi that's excelled, Raheem Sterling that had his confidence dented from Euro 2016 that's excelled. We brought in Leroy Sané, a young kid, he's excelled. There's so many examples, and people just pick out Yaya and Joe Hart and judge Pep on that. Very unfair, very harsh. You can think of any excelling examples of how Pep has improved players, then please, because I've just got off the top of my head there, please do leave them in the comments, because, you know, we're all supporting Pep and Manchester City and everything that the club is doing in the direction that it's going in, and Yaya is trying to stir things up, you get what I mean. So yeah, we're looking for more positivity rather than negativity. So unless there's more developments in that Yaya thing, we're probably just going to leave that in this video, then not mention it again. So there we go, that's been the video. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, notifications on. Also, don't forget to check out my Twitter and Instagram. Links to them, they're in the description below. And also, if you've got any inquiries, I'll leave my email link in there if you want to, you know, hit me up, anyone. And also, don't forget to check out my second channel and my brother's partner channel, Mixed. Do Mixology Drinks. I'll leave the link to them up at the end of the video. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for transfer update number 7. And hopefully, we'll have more progress on that Jorginho deal, because things are very confusing. But we might be seeing him signing for Manchester City as early as later this week. I'll see you all again tomorrow. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Peace. Ciao for now.